Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again to the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Some things are so nice you have to do it twice, and that's exactly what it is. Second day, second time around for these World Athletic Relays as we start off with an exciting, incredible day of competition. On that first day of competition, we decided we had to do it again. Actually, they had 2 days scheduled anyway, but we had decided we'd bring it for you again and here on our ZNS Network. Good afternoon once again. I'm Marcellus Hall, joined by Ricardo Lightman and, of course, my good friend across the way, none other than James Saunders of Flow Sports. And guys, after an exciting day, here we are again, ready for more competition.
Yeah, I think you said it right. When it's nice to do it twice, and I'm totally excited looking at some of these star performances, national records being broken yesterday, a dominant USA team, and of course the fans. They've made the atmosphere very, very nice for the athletes, and I'm looking forward to that again.
Yes, indeed.
And the competition has been keen for those folks who are at home watching, and those folks here in the stands. This has been a plus, more ways than one. It's called hobnobbing. When you meet the people you see it only on the television, but you're able to see them and touch them. And that's what the fans have been doing here at the stadium, and it's been a wonderful experience. Those folks that have come from far are enjoying themselves. I spoke to some of the folks that come from the European region. They love it. Nice and warm for them. But for us, windy. Cool.
Well, standing by on the sidelines, keeping themselves very busy is our Amajal Knowles. Amajal, what's the latest?
Well, so let's, Cardo, if day one was any indication, day two is certainly a treat here at the BTC World Relays 2024. Of course, yesterday in the pregame show, the Bahamas' 4x4 mixed relay team would take gold. As far as the main event team, Bahamas may not have performed as well as they may have wanted to, but of course, they still have a chance to qualify later today. Certainly a lot of action expected today and later on this evening as well. Silas, Cardo, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot. Don't forget James here as well. But I tell you what, like we mentioned, a very exciting day one. Things got very competitive, obviously, because so much was at stake. All these teams here trying to make sure they qualify for the Paris Games. For the Bahamas contingent, that may not have gone as well as would have hoped. But there is another chance, obviously, to try and qualify again. You will be an automatic qualifier with this. They had to fill a 14 spot. All right, so 8 automatic qualifiers by finishing first and second yesterday. So there is still a chance for the Bahamas to get into the mixed relays in particular. That's one of the main focuses for Bahamas contingent, I would imagine, today. However, they would not be able to compete for the World Relays Championship final because they obviously didn't finish in the top 8. So a lot of interesting scenarios, but I'm sure we'll answer a lot of those questions you may have, and we'll also bring you all the competition as it happens.
Talking to some of the guys that have come in from the islands, some of the fans is here from Andros, and even as far down as Long Island, has really enjoyed themselves as a quality track meet, and they love what's going on, the flags, the Junkanoo and everything that's here. It's absolutely fantastic. And for you guys who are sitting at home being the couch athlete of the day, you're going to have yourself a wonderful time with us here at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium.
Sometimes the couch is a good place to be, I guess, you know, but in this case, well, we hope to bring you a little bit so you can feel like you're here, but obviously being in the stadium is certainly an experience bar none. These fans, I spoke to a lot of fans yesterday. They said, man, it was amazing. They said this is something they'll remember, especially youngsters, and a lot of some of the old veterans as well who've been to a number of meets, but they still enjoyed it very much, and they love when we have these opportunities to have and see, like you said, hobnob with a lot of these athletes that they can sometimes only see on their television screens.
And a lot of the coaches also from the universities in America have also come in for this, and so they have come to see their athletes run and take a peek at what this whole World Relays concept is about and why it's so essential. And, you know, I saw the cry go out for a lot of those athletes that have competed in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia, and in Florida. Their coaches are here, so they're having a good time in the stands, reminiscing and talking about how they enjoyed their collegiate careers and professional careers for many, and some of them are still involved in the professional track and field. And so for us, this is a wonderful opportunity, like you say, to hobnob and to have ourselves a wonderful time and reacquaint ourselves with some of the track stars of future.
Yeah, I had the opportunity, you know, even to head into the stands, and I tell you what, my experience, totally different from yours. I was doing anything but talking. I was jumping. I was screaming with the fans. I even had an opportunity to try one of those cowbells. I must say it is something that I'm going to be taking back to Trinidad and Tobago. A wonderful facility. I can see why Bahamas has become a magnet for track and field. It's not just the action on the field, but also the atmosphere in the stands, the marketplace as well, and just the knowledgeability of the patrons who come to watch track and field. They're very knowledgeable of the athletes and what's going on as well.
Absolutely, and you see the fans here ready now for the competition as the younger athletes are going to be heading to the starting blocks. And we got to say that also the young people that's working the blocks have done a very, very good job. The young aspiring Marines have soared down the road, but they're doing a wonderful job in making sure that the meet moves very, very quickly, and also getting the athletes in and out from the track to the water facility, and then making sure they get to rehydrate and go and warm down. So everything is moving.
It's quite a workout, isn't it?
Like the clockwork.
Yeah, it's almost shuttles what they do off the track to make sure that the blocks are cleared in time.
Yes. Well, we've already got action going here this morning, this afternoon, I should say. I think on the track next will be the 400 meters youth Open men final. Should be an interesting race there. I see we have listed 8 competitors, including Jermaine Strawn, who will be in lane 1, Zion Bradford in lane 2, Nico Seymour in lane 3. In lane 4 will be Cameron Henfield, and that is Cordell Monroe. In lane 5, Aiden Musgrove will be in lane 6. Next to him will be Sean Ferguson in lane 7, and that is Avante Lockmore, who will be setting up in lane 8. So, you know, like we said, they've been on time. They've been making sure that these things go like clockwork, if you will. And looking forward to these activities once we get rolling. Some of the fans, early fans, coming in and getting their seats, making sure they don't miss any of the activities. I love it.
One of the good things, fellas, is that this is not Bahamian time.
No.
No. This ain't
I'm still learning Bahamian time.
We on time.
I was going to ask if you had that version, if you had a version of that in Trinidad and Tobago. If it starts at 8 o'clock, Bahamian's going to get there usually about 8:30, somewhere around there. You know?
I think it's across the Caribbean. It's a Caribbean thing.
Okay,
yeah.
see, so we have Bahamian time, they have Trinidad and Tobago time.
Trinidad time, you call it.
It's also time to take a break. Let's take that break and we'll be right back.
The BTC World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by BTC.
Every breath, we admire you. Every stride, we cheer for you. Every moment, we fly our flag with pride. Because when you run, we run. BTC proudly supports Bahamian sports and athletes and is the title sponsor of the World Athletic Relays 2024. BTC supports the journey of winning, creating an unbeatable mobile experience so you can be unstoppable.
In the heart of the Bahamas, our craftsmanship is as strong as our cultural heritage. Embrace the strength of our locally crafted roll-down shutter, fortified against nature's fury with Miami-Dade Hurricane Rating. Our storm panel kits certified to the Florida Building Code. They're designed for wind zones 1 to 3. Just as our shutters and panels embody strength, so does the rhythm of our Junkanoo drum. From expertise to craftsmanship, the spirit of the Bahamas shines through.
Is someone gonna get that?
Hello.
Hello. So nice of you to have cleaned up for us. Hi, baby.
We're like in-laws that don't show up unannounced.
Don't worry. I've got this.
CG Atlantic. Good like that.
You guys, Mommy has to get a few spins in, okay?
But, Mommy, I'm hungry.
Just 5 spins, you guys. Just 5 spins, okay, guys? Just need 5 spins.
We better do our homework. It's gonna be a while.
Problem gaming affects more than just the gamer. This message has been brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, which encourages you to game responsibly.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, Fidelity Bank Bahamas Limited, Bahamas Striping Group of Companies. And we are back live here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium as we roll into day 2 of the World Athletics Relays here in New Province. We're at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, where everything has been going very, very well. Looking at the track now, we see our first of the 400 meters Youth Open Men Finals, and this is Jermaine Strawn. Looking at the start list, I say Jermaine Strawn will be in lane 1, Zion Bradford in lane 2, Nico Seymour in 3, Cameron Henfield in 4, Cordell Monroe in lane 5, Aiden Musgrove in 6, Sean Ferguson in 7, and Avante Lotmore will be in lane number 8. There's a beautiful shot from above. Again, they've done an amazing job with putting this new track in place. I've heard a lot of good reports from the athletes saying it is very fast out there.
Yeah.
They feel it.
Very fast, and also it allows you now to get a pretty good indication as to what will actually be on the surface in France. And so that works out. And then, again, no advantage to any country because it's a brand new facility. You know, they only allowed me to jog on it and tell me get off it because the real stars are coming to run on it, and I did that very quickly.
Yes. Meanwhile, we are underway here with our race, and actually we called off a lot of names. There are only 3 athletes right there, 3, 4, and 5. I think are the only lanes occupied. That would be Nico Seymour, Cameron Henfield, and Cordell Monroe from what we're seeing from here. And I think at least we know somebody's going to finish in the top 3. They all will finish in the top 3. Just a matter of where they'll position themselves at the end of the day.
What this also gives is the youth athlete and the youth component an opportunity to actually be showcased during the whole event. So a lot of folks will get to see them run, and so they're being cheered on, and you hear the horns and all the various other cheering devices for them. So they had a pretty good run.
All right, so that apparently is Aiden Musgrove in that 3rd lane. He's a student of St. John's. Good to see him out there. They mixed up the lane assignments, I guess, after they didn't have as many athletes as they anticipated. So that's Musgrove. There he is, finishing in the 1st place position. Ferguson would finish 2nd, and that is Sean Ferguson. And that is Bradford finishing in the 3rd spot.
So these guys got opportunity to come out here and run on a windy Sunday afternoon. And so they had to be showcased and being congratulated by each other and talking about the fact that they, too, are on the world stage.
Yes, indeed. I ran at the World Relays.
There you go. A memorable moment.
And the wind is behind their backs as they come toward the finish line, which is a good thing if you're a quarter miler, because that's when you're the most tired. So we'll push you through.
Also, what was kind of fun is to go over to the training facility where the warm-up track is, and to watch these guys get loose next door to the superstars.
Yeah.
And so that hobnobbing and getting an opportunity to talk to a lot of the stars that you wouldn't be able to, and even athletes in the Bahamas that's over there and loosening and getting up, they can talk to them and give them words of advice in terms of what they're doing. And so this is really a win-win situation for the youth component that's a part of the BTC World Relays.
Mr. Saunders, were you ever a track athlete? Did you compete?
Yeah, at high school level. Yes. I ran the 100 and 200 meters.
Okay.
Attempted the 400 meters for a bit, and then, yeah, so it's nice. It was never a fun event for me. So looking at these guys, particularly in the last 100 meter where lactic acid sets in.
Yes.
Yeah, it gets really difficult. Like, quickly.
Yeah, like yourself, I dabbled briefly in the 400. I was like, no, I don't think so. I'm going to go play some basketball.
The 400 back in the day was an event you were thrown in to see if you had stamina.
Yes.
And see if you wanted to really hurt. And a lot of kids don't want to hurt. But now, because it's such a fun event and it's a sprint, many of the young people now have learned how to run it and run it in an effective manner. And so it's really paid out well. The Caribbean has, like they say, a buggy load of 400-meter runners. You want them? They're in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
I believe the colleges and universities, and we saw that quite evident, that many of these universities come over and recruit kids all through the Caribbean. They had Carifta on lock, looking for talent, and we saw that, and so now they've taken them, and I'm glad countries like us, the Bahamas, and also Trinidad and Tobago and Jamaica have decided that our kids don't need to go to America. They can stay right at home and get the same training that they need and also excel. at the next level and going for that. I spoke with Lenny Smith yesterday. He was here talking well about the schooling in Jamaica and why a number of kids from here have gone to Jamaica to school and now find themselves excelling, you know, in a manner. But you can see these young people all having a ball here and enjoying themselves. And listen, they get the ID and then they relax, and wave. There you go. There you go.
I was just about to ask, what was that dance called that we saw previously?
Why? Eye on TV.
Might be asking the wrong crowd.
That's the Get 'em Reggie, I think they call it.
Get 'em Reggie, all right.
Informed. I didn't know either. They just told me in my ear, listen, that's the Get 'em Reggie. But coming up next, we'll have the sprint medley, so that should be fun. And again, you know, like I said, these moments for these youngsters in particular are moments that they'll carry with them moving forward from an inspiration aspect of it as well, looking at where they want to be and some of the things they have to do to be at the level, various levels, if they want to go on to be professional athletes or even collegiate athletes. They're looking at this right now and said, okay, this is what it takes. And I hope some of them will avail themselves of the opportunity to maybe speak to some of these premier athletes and say, hey, what can I do? What words of advice do you have for me? And I hope they're open to giving that advice to a lot of those athletes as well.
Yeah, and now they're getting ready to introduce the athletes for the sprint medley. This is the girls 13, under 13. They will run a 100 meters, back two of them, and then they run the 200, 400 meters. And so these are the introduction of the teams here.
There you have it.
And doing so. So these are this opportunity when you get a chance to see this, because in most track meets you don't see sprint medleys.
No.
And unless there is a dual meet, going to school in Miami at high school, I was like, hold on, we don't run that at home.
No. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Okay. Now you got the sprint medley, and then you also have the distance medley and all these other different kind of events. And so kids get a chance here to show that they've got talent.
Yes, indeed. So that'll be C.H. Reeves, as you can see right there on the screen. They're set up in lane 1. Roadrunners Track and Field Club, they have 2 teams in this event. That's their team number 2 is in lane 2. Godspeed Athletics is in lane 3. Extreme Athletics in 4. Unique Bahamas in lane number 5. STMT in lane 6. And that is Roadrunners once again in lane number 7. This is the under 13 women's sprint medley.
Should be fun, eh?
Yeah, I haven't seen this run too many times, so this will be a good chance to get a good view of it. And as these athletes now are just awaiting the starter's instructions.
Yes. And a world atmosphere for these young people. You sit there and you watch the Golden League and you see them on television and you hear the same kind of call to your mark and the excitement that goes along with it.
Yeah, the big stadium. Being in this big, huge arena, a lot of these kids get to only run on smaller tracks, and so when they get a chance now to come into the big arena, you know, it's awe-inspiring. I remember in the Nationals when we had some kids from Harbor Island there. One kid missed the race because they walked around. They were just so overawed by everything. They just kept walking around, looking at stuff, ended up missing the race.
That happens.
Here is the exchange now. That's in lane 7. That's Roadrunners in lane number 7. Off into the lead, followed by SCMT and Unique. That's Unique actually on the inside, currently in 2nd. C.H. Reeves in lane 1 has the 3rd space at the moment. But looking strong are the Roadrunners Track and Field Club as they're going to exchange now. Followed quickly by Unique.
Okay, so the medley races is you'll have them running the 100, 100, 100, and then there's a 200, and then there's a 400 that applies. So you get those athletes into there to go, and they'll now make their way to the inside.
And now it looks like Unique has come on strong and moved into the forefront as Roadrunners fall into 2nd. Extreme Athletics in 3rd.
There you go.
And the thing about these medley relays is You'll see some, it's like swim medleys, right? Sometimes somebody's stronger in the breaststroke, somebody's stronger, so you'll see the lead exchange hands a couple of times. And boy, that head is starting to move. We can see the pain on her face. She's fighting through this final couple of meters now.
That's one of the reasons why.
And I think she's going to get caught right at the finish line. Wow, photo finish.
There you go.
Talk about a photo finish. I couldn't tell from here who came in the first place position, but Unique was holding on. And then you saw Roadrunners coming on strong there at the end. Hard to tell.
Well, I'm not so sure looking from my angle.
Right. It was hard to tell, yeah.
Quite difficult to separate them, really. Not even sure a B could fit between them as they came over the line. Certainly delighted the home fans here were cheering either way.
We'll have to wait for the official time on the clock.
I think Roadrunners, though.
Yeah, I think they might have nipped her. I think she caught her right at the finish line.
Did start strong. They just faded away in the last 400 meters, but a strong finish in the end.
And it is Unique holding on.
Yeah,
wow,
Unique.
I thought Roadrunners might have got it, but no, Unique holding on just barely.
I tell you what, credit to whoever had to make that decision.
They allow it all electronically these days.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the time, it's similar.
So maybe I think it's very similar.
On 58.88.
Might
They
have
both
been a
have
photo
the same
finish.
time. Yeah, maybe
So it's a photo
they
finish.
So they'll have to go to the photo here to see who.
Godspeed
Yeah,
Athletics.
exact same time at the line.
That's it. Go to a photo finish.
Well, I'll tell you what, we started with a bang yesterday. Today, it's pretty much starting in fourth gear.
She's still trying to. She's still trying to shake it off.
That's it.
Like, Coach, you didn't tell me this part.
High five for everyone.
Yeah.
Maybe some hugs as well.
For teammates.
Certainly worked for it, and I looked at very, very impressive for the Roadrunners Club early. Had an impressive lead from the start.
Yeah.
Right.
And they kept that lead.
First leg,
and the
second
sprint
leg, and
portion.
then
Shorter sprint part of the event.
the 200-meter segment.
And then as it got longer, things started to work in favor of Unique. There's a little. Well, I didn't realize. I didn't see the little kid right here. She's really tiny.
And this is where it all got mixed up.
Yeah.
Unique taking that lead in the 400-meter, looking strong as she came wrongly back straight. And you felt there that Roadrunners might be in some trouble. But just at this point here, you notice just a change of gear from a team in green Roadrunners. And when you see that head shaking, you know that's fatigue.
Yeah, that's when you know that
lactic
monkey's on your
acid setting
back.
in.
Look at this. Wow.
Stride for stride, sink and sink. And well, I can't even call it looking at it.
Even in slow motion, it's hard to tell. You can see the concentration on the faces of both of those athletes coming toward the line there. The young lady from Unique Athletics, that's it. She's got nothing left in the tank at this point. The line feels like it's moving backwards. It's like it's how it feels. But, you know, again, it's just a testimony, though, to not wanting to let your teammates down, first of all, and then of course, you want to win. That's what competition does. And there it is, your time on the clock. Identical times there for Unique Bahamas and Roadrunners Track and Field team number 2. And my guess is I've seen where they've shared a medal, so maybe that's what it's going to point down to. Maybe they'll both get the gold, and then you'll have Godspeed Athletics will get the bronze. It's usually how it works in swimming. I don't know if it does the same thing in track and field.
But certainly no shame in that performance for either of those girls.
No, sir.
Very good performance, and certainly has lit up the fans early on.
That'll get you going.
Yeah.
Get you started.
So let's see if the boys can match that up. They'll be running up next, and that's C.H. Reeves getting a good look at them. They're set up in lane number 8. And next to them in lane number 7, the Roadrunners Track and Field team number 2. I like the fact Roadrunners well represented in these youth categories.
I'm looking at the first name, Harry Murray.
Yeah.
Love to have the backstory with that.
Yeah, Sister Mary Patricia Russell is in the next lane. I'll tell you a little bit about that Harry Murray team in a second there, James. And then we have Roadrunners right next to them in lane number 5. That's team number 1 for the Roadrunners. And Unique Athletics, they'll set up in lane number 4. As we'll wait for the camera to pan in their direction. Unique Athletics in lane 4. Godspeed Athletics will be, there's Unique. like that Sonic the Hedgehog uniform. And then next to them in lane number 3 would be Godspeed Athletics.
There you go.
Swift Athletics will be in lane number 2. There they go. And then here is Hurry Murray in lane number 1. So the coach, the founder, if you will, of that team, is actually, his last name is Murray. They're 2 brothers, Ashlyn, and I forget the other one's name now. And so they would run a lot. They always say, you always look like you're in a hurry. So
Hurry Murray.
That's the name, Hurry Murray.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. That is absolutely fantastic.
Can't be slow with a name like that.
Yeah,
No.
there you go. Oddly enough, they're all distance runners. So it's funny. It's funny they got sprint teams now.
But the club concept is really what has really paid dividends for us here in the Bahamas, and a lot of folks see their young people develop through the club system, and then once they get into school, it transcends, and so they can represent their schools. But thank goodness for the club system.
And there is
works very well.
Yeah, and there are some that don't like the club system, but I feel it has a lot of benefits as we come up on the first exchange now. This is the 100-meter portion.
That's right. So it's 2 100-meter races, the curve and the straight, and then this is the 200 meters that'll come up here. And let's see who will get the baton first.
Looks like on the outside, C.H. Reeves.
That's right.
But we've seen the sprints don't always hold up as they get to that 400-meter segment. But right now, a nice sizable lead, but here comes the rest of the field charging in.
And the staggers making up now.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that lead shrunk very much so. And that's in the middle of the track. Looks like the Roadrunners once again making some noise as we come up on the 400-meter segment of it. It'll be the Roadrunners handing off first. Unique in the inside. C.H. Reeves now has some work to do. They're on the outside of this 400 meters. As they come to the cut-in point, they're going to be, I think, at least third, maybe, in that cut-in segment.
And cut in now to the 400 meters. So on the outside, move to the inside. Can't stay out there.
I think they don't realize it now. They start to come in, but right now it's all about Unique Athletics. And here comes the rest of the field charging in behind. Those long strides are eating him up. I don't know if they can maintain that pace, however, as Roadrunners making a bit of a run here.
There's a good run down the back stretch as well, and also the 110 meters to go. This is where it really begins to hurt, and this is where whoever wants it goes and get it.
And that's C.H. Reeves, the Raptors. Now here come the Roadrunners on the outside, getting by Unique, trying to push the water finish line. Does he have enough? And I think we're going to have another. Oh, he just barely got him. Coming on strong at the finish line. I thought we'd have another photo finish there for a second, but I don't think the young man from C.H. Reeves had anything left to pick up any more speed. And you see it right there. It looked like the Roadrunners Track and Field Club coming through strong, taking first place. There they are, right there. There's your time on the clock. Getting by the young man from C.H. Reeves with about 5 yards to spare.
Yeah, I was secretly rooting for to finish another one. I tell you
So
what.
was I.
But the Roadrunners are certainly dominating the track at the moment. C.H. Reeves, well, tried to make it a contest really, but that fuel light was on coming down the final stretch, and in the end, Roadrunners just doing enough to get to the line first. Dominant performance from them.
Yes, meep, meep, as they say. If you go to the Roadrunners meet, that's all you hear the entire time. Meep, meep, you know, that's the sound the Roadrunner makes.
Roadrunner.
So I was surprised, really, that people, the youngsters in particular, knew what that was, because, you know, that's my generation's cartoons. Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner.
They said Wildy ain't never catch him.
No.
Wildy still trying to catch a Roadrunner. Wile E. Coyote.
But they did start strong, Roadrunners, in the early part, just as we saw in the girls mixed event, holding out early from the 1 into the 200 meters.
There you go.
And looking strong there. Again in the 400 meter, look to change up just a bit. Lean 2, doing well. Of course, the 400 meter is not the race for the swift, but those who can endure to the end. And for a second, as they started to come together, saw C.H. Reeves creeping into that position. And you felt, well, maybe then they might race to the line, but look out, Roadrunner's just behind you. And as he slowed down, Roadrunner, well, he sped up. And he would eventually just get past him.
It was just like the cartoon, really. If you see the Roadrunner would pull alongside you and then leave you in the dust, it's like meep, meep, and go. So that was kind of what he did. So he lived up to the track moniker, that one. Well run, good execution there by Roadrunners. Congratulations to them. C.H. Reeves settling for second. We have the under 15 girls next. That'll be their sprint medley relay. And as you get a good look from above, an absolutely beautiful day here in the Bahamas. And that's a good shot of the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. And you see behind it the original Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. It used to look so huge when we were little. Now it's...
You asking me?
Yeah, now it's like...
Listen.
You've grown.
Listen, I remember when it was all cinders.
Yes.
It was all cinders.
Correct, yes, I recall that.
We had to turn around and put nails in our shoes and run on that. Man, that was crazy. All dirt, you know, the cinders. So there, then roll it before you run to make sure it's tight. And it was fantastic back in the day. Now, with the new Chevron surfaces that we have. And there you go, celebrate. You're at the World Relay.
Well, at least I knew that dance. That's a hello wave.
Earlier, I saw Pharrell Davis there, the GSSA president she's the public schools president, track and field athletics president, and also the head coach of the track club at C.H. Reeves. So that is good to see her. Working with those young kids and probably telling that youngster you should have gone a little faster at the end of that race, but congratulations on the effort nonetheless. So the under 15 girls will be coming up next on the track as you see the results from that last race, the under 13s. All right, so while we wait for that, let's go back to our studios. We'll take a moment. We'll come right back with more action here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium in just a sec. The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by KFC Nassau, CG Atlantic Medical, RF Bank and Trust, J.S. Johnson Insurance Brokers and Agents, Bahama Out Islands Promotion Board, CBS Bahamas.
At FG Insurance Agents and Brokers, we understand your need for protecting the things that matter. It is our job to ensure that your assets are adequately insured.
I feel at ease knowing that with FGIAB, I'm safe and protected at all times.
You might be the best driver in the world, but with FGIAB, you're always protected.
Liability insurance is an expense that every business needs, no matter the size of the industry. You can sail the seas with confidence with FGIAB.
So for all your general insurance needs, come, join the family.
Join the family.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by Family Guardian Insurance Company, Water and Sewage Corporation, the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, Comfort Suites Paradise Island, Adidas, Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, Amplify CMOS, Bahari. And we welcome you back here to the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium, our broadcast here on the ZNS Network. And welcome once again as we resume action on the track. This is the under 15 women medley relay. And some of the competitors right there on your screen. And we're taking you all the lane assignments here. That is in lane number 1, Bahamas Speed Dynamics. T-Bird Flyers in 2, SCMT in 3. Roadrunners Track and Field, they have lane 4 occupied. 3 PA Stallions in lane 5. Unique Athletics setting up camp in lane number 6. That's C.H. Reeves in lane number 7. And Hurry Murray in lane number 8.
Hurry Murray. I love that name.
Listen, I'll tell you, it's funny. I was at a meet once, and I didn't realize it was the name of a track club. So I kept saying, man, because they would keep saying, the announcer kept saying, Hurry Murray in lane 4. And I was like, man, this kid Hurry is in a lot of events. And then
why they're rushing Hurry? Murray.
Man, like Hurry's running in like 5 different events. This kid, how old is he?
And he's always late.
Right.
Hurry Murray.
Boy, they're doing.
There we go. Under 15 medley relay.
There you go. Sprint medley. The 100, they will hand off, and then the athlete here will run another 100 meters, and then there'll be a 200-meter leg, and then a 400-meter leg.
And
That's what makes it fun.
Coming up on the 200-meter leg now. It looks like on the outside, C.H. Reeves once again has a slight lead. Let's see if they can hold it. And now comes the charge on the inside lanes. Boy, I tell you what, that's T-Bird and SDMT. And we got a lot of green right there in the middle of the track. Coming up on the 400-meter segment. Anybody's race at this stage here. C.H. Reeves finally heading off. They fell into third. And that is, looks like lane number 4. That's Roadrunners.
Roadrunners, yeah.
Who has a lead now. Next to them, quickly right behind them, is the 3PA Stallions. As they come into the cut-in point.
Seem a very strong club in the 400 meters, the Roadrunners. This time they managed to carve out some sort of a lead.
Can they hold on, though, is the question. They come into the final 200-meter mark. And let's see who is going to hold on. We've seen the lead diminish in that home stretch. As you mentioned, the lactic acid kicks in.
There you go.
That grizzly bear jumps on your back, catches a ride.
Slingshot off the curve and try to bring the speed.
A late charge. A late charge here at the finish line. And it will pay off. Wow, what a run there. Difficult to tell who it was. It's one of the teams in green.
C.H. Reeves.
It's all green.
Yeah, might have been C.H. Reeves.
There's too much green out there.
Yeah. Green affair.
I'll tell you.
Mean and green, as they say. Wow, what an amazing finish. And C.H. Reeves, look at that. All right, the Raptors getting it done. What a good run there. Quality effort from C.H. Reeves, coming on strong at the end there, charging by the rest of the competition to get first place. Roadrunners will take second, and 3PA Stallions securing spot number 3.
Well, they've broken the Roadrunners monopoly.
Yes.
Did start strong this time, Roadrunners.
Turnabout is fair play, as they say.
Came out of the blocks hard. The outside, and well, just looked in really good nick, Roadrunners. Up till here, good handoff, and you felt the Roadrunners getting an advantage heading into a quarter mile. Well, was a done and dusted contest. Well, think again.
It's a 200 leg here.
Because even as they came around here, still held on to that lead, but it was a green affair.
Yes.
That's it.
You see Unique trying gamely to keep up in the 4th position there, in their blue. They may be rethinking the color of the uniforms now, seeing that green seems to be getting it done.
Yep.
And right here, you would have felt, well, these two were going to be 1-2, so to speak, but you don't count out any runner, at least until the final line comes, because here comes C.H. Reeves.
That's it.
Well, nobody looked in their rearview mirrors.
Yes,
they should have.
They were looking at each other the entire time, thinking, I'm going to get you, you're going to get me, and all of a sudden, no, I got both of y'all. What a run, though. Amazing race, and I like that right there. Look at that, the show of sportsmanship. You know, job well done, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. We like the competition. We like the fact that everybody's trying to win a race, but at the end we can congratulate the one that won, congratulate the victors, and move on. C.H. Reeves, 155.85.
3PA Stallions, Unique Athletics. Not a bad run from our under 15 girls.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. And then, too, this is a fun event for our kids, giving them opportunity to run the 2 sprint legs, the 100s, and then the 200s, and then throw the 400 in there again. More so, you see these events like this one more so in dual meets when 2 schools compete against each other, or you have a special event, an invitational of sort. Then you get a chance to see it. Or if you go to the Penn Relays.
Yes.
And you'll see it there at the Penn Relays as well. And they'll run at the Penn Relays. And the Penn Relays is a unique experience. You just got to be there to watch them usher these kids through these relays. They've done it so long until they really have gotten this thing down pat.
Yes, here we are on the 15 boys now setting up on the track. That's C.H. Reeves next to the Roadrunners. C.H. Reeves in lane number 7. Roadrunners in lane number 6. And I think should be 3 PA Stallions to the inside there in lane number 5. There they go. 3 PA Stallions. And they'll be setting up next to Unique Athletics in lane number 4. Here's the youngster from Unique Athletics. Team Velocity making an appearance. They'll be in lane number 3. And then we'll have Bahamas Speed Dynamics in lane number 2. And then the T-Bird Flyers making their appearance, this time with only one squad. They'll be in lane number 1.
Oh, there's another cool name, T-Bird Flyers.
T-Bird Flyers, yes. One of the older track clubs here in the Bahamas. One of the original track clubs here in the Bahamas.
Been around for years. Been around for years, and they've always had a continuous refurbishment of athletes in terms of keeping the club alive, and it's good to have.
And there we go. And it looks like there was no lane 1, so they did say that should have been T-Bird Flyers, but no T-Bird Flyers out there. We just have lanes 2 through 7 filled. Yes, no CH, no Hurry Murray is there as well. Man, look at that. Good start there for C.H. Reeves.
C.H. Reeves. There's a 200-meter leg. Everybody else playing catch up. Unique Athletics in the back, they're trying to make up some ground.
And they're getting it done. Look at lane 3 there. That's Team Velocity showing some velocity toward the finish line. 3 PA Stallions now coming up on the exchange. Raptors have fallen behind.
Team Velocity out front. There we go.
And that looks like Team Velocity out front, still maintaining that lead as we go to the cut-in point. Team Velocity showing some good speed here.
Speed Dynamics have done really well to keep with them as well.
Unique Athletics distantly behind now. They're in the back of the pack. But it looks as if Team Velocity still running strongly here. I think he saw what happened in the last race. I don't think he's leaving anything to chance. Like nobody's catching me from behind this time.
Took a peek over his shoulder and said, okay, let's now shift this gear and get this thing to the finish line.
Oh, talk about living up to your name.
Yes, indeed. Velocity getting it done. Congratulations to the squad from Team Velocity.
There you go. Sportsmanship at its best.
Yes, indeed.
They've been giving the officials high five.
Yeah. Or maybe a bit of foreshadowing as well. He held on to a golden baton as well.
Right. Maybe
a sign of what was to come.
Yes, yes. Did you see me, Mr. Official? Give me that high five.
High five.
Well, we have Amajal Knowles at trackside. He's got some of the members of the C.H. Reeves Raptors with him. What's up, Amo?
All right, thanks, Salas. Joining me are the winners of the under 15 girls medley relay, the C.H. Reeves Raptors girls. Just walk me through each of your legs in the race.
I'm first leg, and I don't feel like I run good, but I can handle myself.
I'm second leg, but it was tough, and I got the baton in second, and I made it happen.
I'm third leg. I'm surprised that I even made it, but thank God for life.
Fourth leg. It was very light, I guess. When I reached around there, all I thought was push, 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 and I go on.
Good jobs, ladies. Congrats. The pride of Munzel Heights. Your under 15 medley relay winners, the CAG's Raptors. Salas Cardo, Leon, back to you.
All right, man. Good stuff there. I love it. You know what? These kids, man, listen, the personality just comes through in those moments. It's really a fun thing to see.
The honesty of kids.
She said it was light work. Light work. Man.
Push, push, push. Push, 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 and that's it.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love it.
Yeah, man. These kids will give you something to think about.
Out of the mouths of babes, as they say. They have no cover.
There we go. I guess who's his role model?
Oh, you can tell he wants to Usain Bolt back in the day.
There you go.
A man with the golden baton, getting the gold medal.
Yes, team velocity. I love it, man. That's a part of it as well, showing that unique personality, coming, letting it shine, living in that moment. And that track is a team sport, but it's also an individual sport, you know. And so, particular in those sprints and stuff, you gotta have let a little flair show through every now and then.
Yeah.
I like it. But there's a thin line, obviously, between arrogance and confidence.
In track and field, you always love a bit of personality. You think
yes.
Dennis Mitchell back in the day, Usain Bolt, of course, our personality as well. So bold and athletes with big personalities. These days, Noah Lyles seems to be filling that shoes in terms of having, that sort of big personality. And it's what really brings the sport alive when you've got those rivalries based upon personalities.
Yes, indeed. All right, so we're up on a break here. Let's take a quick one. We'll return to more action in just a few short moments. Stay with us, folks. A lot more to come here on the ZNS Network. The BTC World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by BTC.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house I'm building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, Fidelity Bank Bahamas Limited, Bahamas Striping Group of Companies. Back again to live action here on the ZNS Network. We continue our coverage of the World Athletics Relays. We're into the pre-show now, which has been pretty exciting to this point. Looking at the track, you're seeing the 400 meters relay for the women. Looking at St. John's College right there. They're setting up in lane number 2. Huntley Christie scheduled to be next to them. In lane number 3, St. Augustine's College in lane 4. Bishop Michael Eldon has lane 5 occupied. S.C. Boodle in 6, and Tabernacle Academy will be in lane number 7. Should be an exciting race here. This is 4x1. And immediately you see quickly up on that first exchange. That's Tabernacle Baptist. Stack running well on the inside. And as they come up on the exchange, it'll be Stack and Tabernacle heading in the front. Now Stack surging to the lead as they come up on the final exchange. It's St. Augustine's College with a sizable lead now coming into the final home stretch. It'll be St. Augustine's College running away with this one. It's just a battle for second and third now. All Stack in lane 4. Tabernacle gets the second spot, and then looks like Huntley Christie on the inside there in lane number 2, or was that St. John's who might have come in for that third spot? We'll wait for the officials on the clock, but that is an easy, comfortable win for Stack. Came together for them in that third exchange, man. They really took off.
Yeah, if you've never been to a NASCAR event to see the raw pace and acceleration, well, you just saw it right there. Turbine engine from St. Augustine College, and well, it was over.
Yeah.
As soon as the third leg took off, it was the end of the show.
And it looks like Bishop Michael Ellen actually got in there for second. Good work.
Wow. Good job, ladies.
And here's where it just went crazy for St. Augustine's right here. She got, this is the first exchange, but pretty much an even race here. Still, anybody's race until right about here is when Sack just took over.
Good exchange. Beautiful exchange there.
And you saw there was a little bit of trouble on the exchange
on the
there.
outside.
That might have cost them. And from there, it was all she wrote.
That's it.
Yeah, and even with 80 meters to go, the credits were rolling. It was the end of the show. Certainly as a contest.
Look at that. Right into the camera. Absolutely focus, concentration.
Most of all, relaxed as well.
Yes, sir.
What a run, St. Augustine.
Well, let's go down the trackside now. Amishal Knoll standing by with the young ladies, the young fellas, sorry, from Team Velocity.
Thanks, fellas. Joining me are the under 15 sprint medley relay winners, Team Velocity. Guys, just walk me through each of your leg in the race.
So, right, coming into the last leg, I saw my buddy Cameron coming in. He was coming in strong, and I know I had to finish it. So, and he gave me the baton. I just keep going and keep on running till the end.
Well, I know when I started the race, I had to come out strong and fast. I almost tripped, but I know I had to pick it up for the team. I couldn't drop back.
For the second leg, I felt like I had to try my best to keep the lead and to just get my team to win.
Good job, gents. Team Velocity, your boys under 15 sprint medley relay winners. James Cardosellis, back to you.
All right, appreciate you, buddy. He says, I decided to run to the end. Good idea, actually. You know,
that's the whole point of it.
But the funny thing is about this thing, James, it's all about the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to let the team, because you know
that right there.
Once we get off the track, the team's going to have a conversation.
Yes, oh yeah, for sure.
It's all about the team.
And teamwork is something that you always try to impress upon youngsters. It's good to hear it being repeated in the interviews as well.
Yes.
It's about the team. Got to make sure.
Yeah, in a relay situation, it is indeed about the team. It's not so much about self anymore. It's coming together as a team. See some of the fans there in the stands. What do you call that brand of hat? They used to call it fedora. Is that a fedora?
Yeah.
All right.
What do you call the big one? But he's boring at the moment. Back home we call it a house and land. Can fit everybody.
There you go.
Well, I wonder if he's listening to us right now.
It really could be.
Hello, young sir, just in case you are.
Just making sure they get all the information and communicating. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you're on camera.
Yeah. Oh, Daddy wasn't watching. What up, boys? I see you sitting on the side of it.
There you go. That's a conversation for after you get home.
Oh, yes.
Oh, so there's a family affair here.
Yeah.
Sunday afternoon. There we go. Just about to ask about the Sunday lunch.
Yes, indeed.
Comforters.
Having a little bit of bite. Having a bite. And I like the hat he has on. It says sip, sip. That means telling little secrets there. Little sip, sip. For those of you that wonder what that means,
that's it.
There's some of the Jamaican contingent. Always well represented at any regional track meet. Actually, any track meet in the world
track meet,
you go to, there's usually somebody in the Jamaican colors.
I don't care if you go to Anchorage, Alaska.
Yes.
You'll find a Jamaican.
They may be cold.
A Jamaican
they may
Eskimo.
Be cold, but they're wearing that flag. There they go.
There.
You can go to Anchorage, Alaska.
Always support the athletes.
I don't care where you go. You're going to have Jamaica fan support.
Loving the shades. Where can I get one?
Yes. Styling.
There you go.
Certainly take a borrow before we leave here today.
And again, more of the Jamaicans here to
fan base.
Check out the track at action. I love the show of national pride. And there now we move back to the track where we are set up for the 4x1 high school men. We just saw the girls. That's wow, that's a North Eleuthera uniform. I see South Andros. This should be interesting. Barracudas of South Andros. All set up there. We'll have make their way around the track for 4 legs of a race coming up very shortly. Tabernacle Baptist Christian Academy.
Yeah.
Not sure which uniform this is in the black. I'm not familiar with that one. It's Nike, but he's got the Nike brand on. So
there you go.
SC Boodle. So let's get to those lane assignments now. That is S.C. Boodle.
S.C. Boodle out of Abaco. North Abaco. Like the fella say, it's called Cooperstown. No, it's called Cooperstown.
Yes, North Eleuthera Stingers.
There you go.
That's Sunland. Sorry, the Sunland Stingers.
Sunland. R.M. Bailey Pacers.
R.M. Bailey, the Pacers in lane number 6, and they've changed up some lane assignments here, but you can see R.M. Bailey Tabernacle Baptist in 5.
Kelly Parker Baston.
And there's QC.
Baines College. Strawn, Frazier, Mackey, Roll.
There's St. Augustine's College once again. The Big Red Machine. Yes, sir. Now, South Andros Barracudas.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. There you go.
I'm rooting for him.
I love
there
it.
You go.
Listen, you got my vote, North Eleuthera. There you go.
That's suave. Come on, suave.
Bit of Usain Bolt test
There you
style.
go. There you go. Little suave. Make it happen.
Does that put pressure on you think?
Yeah.
After you've performed for the cameras?
After you did all that, you better win.
So it would be an uncomfortable moment for him if he didn't.
Right. You did all that on the camera and you came in.
Somebody got a clip to remind you of it.
There you go, off and running. And no issues on the start as we come up on the first exchange.
Middle of the track.
And that is Sack running strong. And boy, the crowd has responded to this particular race here. They're really getting into it here.
Yep. Sack Tabernacle out there.
That's Sunland also running well.
Sunland as well.
Sack coming up with a slight lead now onto the final exchange. And they come into the home stretch now. It's going to be a foot race. Sack has the lead, but here comes Tabernacle strong. But Sack is going to run away with it. Big Red Machine closing the door on the competition.
Well, 41-35 unofficial.
Wow, what a great race by St. Augustine's College. There is a time on the board, 41-34. They got the baton around in a hurry. That's like 10-second splits. That's pretty good, pretty impressive for this age group.
Yeah, they're flying.
Tabernacle Baptist getting the second spot. Sunland Academy in third.
Oh, what a performance in Augustine. Never looked in trouble.
No, sir.
Solid all the way, and what an explosive finish as well.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, we have Amijal Knowles standing by at trackside, and he's got the winners of the girls' race a little earlier. St. Augustine's College. Amijal.
All right, thanks, fellas. Joining me are the under 24 by 1 winners, the Big Red Machine of St. Augustine's College. Ladies, just walk me through each of your legs during the race.
Well, I knew I had to get out so I could support my team, because I knew that my leg is important just like everyone else's own. So I had to make sure that I did what I had to do.
My leg was pretty good. The exchange was almost perfect. I knew I had to get it to Naya so she could be able to give it to Davi, and I just had to trust my teammates.
My exchange with Billy was good. I knew I just had to get out and maintain the place so Davi could bring it home fast.
I'm very excited with my teammates because they ran their heart out, and that was a new PR for us, so I'm glad that we ran that exceedingly well, and my leg was good. When Naya gave me the baton, I was very excited. She gave me the baton in first, so yeah.
There you have it, your girls' high school 4x1 winners, the SAC Big Red Machine. James Cardosellis, back to you.
I wonder if they set it up like that on purpose on the legs, because they went from short to tall all the way up. Did you see that? Zari Stapleton, the first lady, I gotta give her a coup. The shortest girl in that team. She just signed to go to St. Cloud University, and she's an author. She's written 3 books already, I understand. So she's pretty impressive. Not only an athlete, but pretty good as an author as well. So yeah, impressive stuff. That's sometimes some of the things you learn about these kids. when you cover these events. So as we get ready now, impressive win there. You see the times on the clock: Sac, Tabernacle, Sunland. Your top 3 finishes in that that race that we just witnessed, the boys, high school boys.
But here you are in May, okay? And these young ladies has run a personal best time. Here we are in May, and you're in the mix of the season, and so you can imagine what happens in June and July when they continue to work together. I know school will close the end of June, but if they stay together and work on this thing, they could do some things. A couple of invitational meets over there in Miramar and some other places that they could really attend and could really get some accolades and some good looks.
Yeah, absolutely. We're ready for the invitational country now, the 4x1 invitational country for women. And that'll be Trinidad and Tobago making an appearance there, James. Exciting times, man. You guys will be setting up in this one along with Guadeloupe. Of course, Team Bahamas, Jamaica, and the USA will be in this race as well.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see Janae Gans. She's going to be running the second leg for Trinidad and Tobago. She's currently the Trinidad and Tobago Youth Athlete of the Year, curved gold medalist as well. So exciting to have her here, competing amongst the big guns, so to speak. Of course, the US will certainly be a top contender, alongside Jamaica, the Bahamas, the home team, and the Guadeloupe. Should be a very exciting event. Top quality when you look at the starting lineup of all of these teams.
Yes, indeed. Looking at Tara Lone, who is one of the Caribbean athletes as well from Jamaica, and so this should be a pretty fast race. Should be a pretty fast race. Everybody trying to avoid the camera here now. Look.
Busted.
You're too late. You're too late.
That's it. You're busted. Yeah. Okay. We know where you are. Okay. Your phone's going to go off just a minute.
Yes, I just saw you on TV. Thought you went to Sunday school.
There you go. Busted.
Making TikToks.
There you go, taking that picture.
There we go. Love those views of the fans there. That's good stuff. She knows where the camera is. Everybody looking at the beach. We said, no, the camera's this way. I'm going to make sure you see my face.
Absolutely fantastic, too.
You know what I like about today is that the temperatures have been pretty good. Has not been overwhelmingly hot. I think it's good for the runners here. And there's been a nice wind that's been blowing as well.
Yeah, it's not that many clouds in the sky, and it's still very cool. I think the wind playing a big factor, keeping the temperatures relatively nice and easy. Don't tell that to them, though. Their umbrellas ready.
Anytime the wind blows out of the north, as far as the country is concerned, it's going to be nice and cool. So this north easterly wind that we're getting, it's going to be well.
And here we go, Team Guadeloupe, the first to be announced, right next to Team Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, Patrick, lean one.
That's it.
Big smile on her face.
Ready to step up onto the big stage, and there is Jamaica, Harris, Teolong, East, and Gardner. And there's the squad from the United States. Big Davis, Rubenstein, Swift, and Donovan. There's Team Bahamas, Thompson, Demerit, Roberts, and Nabi.
Oh, I wonder what team they're backing. Jamaican shield, Bahamian flag. I'm loving it.
Listen, when in Rome, she's hedging their bets. I got both colors on.
There you go.
She's a smart woman.
Yes.
Safe.
And they've settled into the blocks now.
Some top talent in this event. A lot of them would have participated at the recent Carifta Games.
And they are off and running. Jamaica getting out quickly. U.S. also running well. The Bahamas has some ground to make up with. They are trailing currently on that first exchange. Boy, Jamaica is gone. They are running themselves one heck of a race right now. USA in the middle of the track is in that third position. It looks like from here, the Bahamas in fourth. Looks like Guadeloupe also running well as Jamaica comes into the final exchange with a nice, comfortable lead. And now here comes the rest of the field charging. Bahamas trying to make up some ground. It'll be Jamaica, followed by in lane 4. Well, that says Bahamas, but that's not right. They messed up the lane assignments again, so that's definitely not the Bahamas. We'll wait for the...
Might have been the U.S. with Trinidad and Tobago third.
Yep.
Well, there go the young ladies from Jamaica, who are the penultimates at the moment. They win it. Again, really good times, 44-11.
A very, very strong Jamaica team. Certainly a factory. Theater belt of talent. And, well, the U.S. confirmed as second place as well.
Yes. Jamaica. That's the United States. Indeed, that's got second. Good eyes there, James. And I think, as you mentioned, Trinidad and Tobago did get the third spot. Meanwhile, we have Amajal Knowles once again at trackside. Amo, who you got with you?
Well, it looks like it's going to be a lot of celebrations in the East tomorrow as the St. Augustine's Big Red Machine picking up another victory. Joining me, the boys' high school 4x1 winner, Sack. Just walk me through each of your leg.
We're proud that we have a great team. Throughout my leg, I felt like I placed my team in the position to win. I know how talented these young men are, and I was just proud that God gave us the ability to win.
On my leg, that's the fastest man in the Bahamas. Whoever was in front of me, it was chalks. So I just execute, make sure I get the baton safely and give it all safely.
As I received the baton from the fastest man in the Bahamas, take my leg smoothly and get the baton in a good position for my last leg.
I know you from the stage a little bit, but I was happy I was able to finish the race and we was able to get a good time.
Good stuff. Your boys' high school 4x1 winners, the Sack Big Red Machine. James Toscotto, back to you.
Fastest man in the Bahamas. He said, listen, talk about confidence, right? If you don't have confidence in yourself, who's going to have it for you?
Certainly not lacking any of that.
If you didn't know, now you know.
What? Fastest man in the Bahamas.
Listen, I've heard it.
And checking, he is the fastest man in the Bahamas. So there you go. Wow.
So we can get, hopefully we'll hear from the winners team Jamaica in a short while from here. Individual 4x1 country for men will be coming up next. So there are the times for the previous race. Jamaica 44-11. U.S. 45-3-2. That's Trinidad and Tobago 45-4-9. You see the Bahamas there 45-8-5. And Guadeloupe 47-6-2.
There you go. Beautiful. Very good run. Jamaica, United States, Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, and then Guadeloupe. The international countries, girls 4x1. Absolutely fantastic. There's the family section.
I like that they came in with matching umbrella hats.
Yep. That's the family section, yeah.
Got their flags showing full patriotism there. Yep. Flags, hats, shirts, everything saying Bahamas. Wonder where they're from. Meanwhile, here goes the Jamaican colors, enjoying a nice snack at trackside.
You know, one of the good things here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium is that there are numerous vendors, and so you could bring your little treat, but you could purchase a lot of good stuff here, and that's what they're encouraging, that the folks go and patronize the vendors and have some fun and some good food too.
Yeah, absolutely. I walked around and saw some of the various stalls and what was available for the patrons who want to check things out and maybe try a little cuisine. And yeah, there was a little bit of everything. You could find anything out there. If you like savory, if you like sweet, it's all there. Pretty good stuff. Meanwhile, they're setting up for the 4x1 Invitational. This will be the boys getting their opportunity now.
That's it.
And let's take a look. That is Team USA.
It's going to be interesting to see what they bring to the table.
To the Bahamas. And there is Team Jamaica.
Well, second place at the Carifta Games this year, finishing behind Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
Certainly, revenge will be in their mind. Well, speaking of Trinidad and Tobago,
right next to them. Yes,
next
indeed.
to them.
Well, they've got 3 of the members that won gold at the Carifta Games in the under-20 in this category, so look out for them. And, of course, Grenada would have finished third at the Carifta Games as well.
So we're looking at a really good race, a good showdown here in this 4x1. I love it, Grenada. And then next to them is the team. Okay, they have a second squad, apparently, from the Bahamas. Bahamas team number 2.
Mm-hmm.
So not familiar with this group, but we'll see how they do.
Yeah, this should be a very, very exciting showdown. Very fast teams there. Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, home team Bahamas. And of course the US, unknown unknown what they might bring to the table, but certainly full of quality.
We expect them to be competitive, absolutely, yeah.
Also, Team Bahamas 2 is a mixture of kids from Morris Island and some of the other kids that didn't get onto the team, and so they're giving them a chance to run, so they have a full field.
All right, well, let's see what they can do as they settle into the blocks now. And there's the start, and we are underway. And right away, you see the middle of the track. The Jamaicans off to a great start. Hoist exchange, Jamaica, Bahamas all running well. United States also on the outside. Look at that. Little outside smoke on the exchange. Jamaica, U.S. all running well. Coming up on the last exchange. Trinidad and Tobago now coming on strong. We're going to have a foot race to the finish line. The Jamaicans have the lead, but here comes Trinidad and Tobago on the inside. It will be Trinidad getting the nip and tuck at the line. Oh, wow. We saw it coming, though, James. You saw it coming. He caught him in his sights. And he said, no, sirree, not today. James is watching. I got to win.
I tell you what, certainly a repeat of the Carifta Under-20 championship. And, well, look at the time, 40-42. In fact, that's a lot better. 0.20 seconds faster than the Carifta winning time for Trinidad and Tobago.
Way to go.
What a finish there. Jamaica settling for second as Victory wrenched away the Bahamas, getting the third spot. But Victory wrenched away, snatched away Grenada in fourth. And then the USA surprisingly way down the list here.
Well, certainly a very good run from the Bahamas team, beating a very good Grenada team as well.
Yes.
To clinch bronze.
Good start. There's the beginning of this race, and at this stage it was just wide open, and this is where the exchanges came into place. Nice smooth exchange there for the Bahamas. I saw that on the first one. As they come up on the second exchange now, you see Trinidad and Tobago still with some ground to make up, but they have the ultimate ace in the hole as they come up on that final exchange now. Jamaica had a lead here, but it did not hold up, as we saw. And there is your finish as Trinidad gets the win. Meanwhile, we do have Amajal Knowles back at trackside. He has the team from Jamaica who won the previous race. Amajal.
All right, thanks, Silas. Joining me is the winner of the Girls 4x1 Invitationals, Team Jamaica. Girls, just walk me through each of your legs during the race.
The goal of my leg was to just go out there, do an amazing start, and get a wonderful position for my team to finish the race.
Well, my leg, it was pretty great. There was no competition out there. We are Jamaicans. We went out and we did our best.
My aim of my leg was to carry on the button safely to the anchor leg and to not step on the line. If you know, you know. Yeah, so I just wanted to execute the race just like our practice and follow our coach's instructions and carry out the race. And
my goal was, and my goal on the last leg, it was to take the baton and come home with the victory.
Strong words from Team Jamaica, your girls 4x1 Invitational winners. James, Cardo, Silas, back to you on the desk.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Boy, that one was great. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. Right. No competition, she said.
No, we know.
Now we know.
Yeah, we didn't know. Yes, you better ask somebody. So far, so good. Again, You know, you can't make this stuff up. And this is what competition is all about, right? Chance to represent your country. You wear that jersey across your chest, and you get your chance now to really showcase what you're all about, right? And so we saw that just now, and you know, well-deserved accolades, and they had their moment to celebrate that. I love it.
It was fantastic, and you know, it shows the kind of confidence that these athletes have at this age.
Yes, yeah.
Okay, so I laugh because I go back to when we saw Eugene come to the Bahamas for the first time and ran, and then seeing where he has escalated to. He was a part of the World Relays when we first brought it to the Bahamas, and to see what these athletes have done, you know, Shelly Ann and all the others in this region, and seeing what has happened. We've seen the cadre of 400-meter runners has come out of Trinidad.
Yes.
We've seen Gordon and all the other athletes down south make a push. Says much about the Caribbean in terms of what we done. And I'm going on record. The Caribbean will win the Olympic Games.
Okay.
In track and field.
From your mouth to God's ear.
Yeah,
I love
you heard it first. The Caribbean will win the Olympic Games. Put us all together. We're the Caribbean.
Yes.
I don't care how it works, we're the Caribbean. We will win.
All right, I'm with
the
that.
Olympic Games.
I'll take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Speak it into existence, if you will. All right. Speaking into existence, we got a break going on, so we'll take a break as well. We'll come right back. More action to come here on the ZNS Network.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by KFC Nassau, CG Atlantic Medical, RF Bank and Trust, J.S. Johnson Insurance Brokers and Agents, Bahama Out Islands Promotion Board, CBS Bahamas.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
Honey, everything okay?
Everything's fine.
Shop online for free in-store pickup in 2 hours or less.
Every breath, we admire you. Every stride, we cheer for you. Every moment, we fly our flag with pride. Because when you run, we run. BTC proudly supports Bahamian sports and athletes and is the title sponsor of the World Athletic Relays 2024. BTC supports the journey of winning, creating an unbeatable mobile experience so you can be unstoppable.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by Family Guardian Insurance Company, Water and Sewage Corporation, the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, Comfort Suites Paradise Island, Adidas, Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, Amplify CMOS, Bahari.
And back to live action here at the Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium as we continue our coverage of the BTC World Athletics Relays here on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. And we've seen some great races so far. Just had one a short while ago featuring our open men's division, the 4x1, and things going extremely well, the invitational event. And Trinidad and Tobago were the team that stands victorious. They're standing by with our Amajal Knowles, even as we speak. Amajal?
Thanks, Alice. Joining me, of course, high school 4x1 winners who also happen to be the Carifta gold medalist from Grenada in the under-20 4x1 Trinidad and Tobago. Boys, just walk me through each of your legs during the race.
Well, Chase started, and I think he got a fiery start, and I ran the back stretch. I did my job. I maintained, and we got it into Chinapu, which he amazed me. He made up the stagger pretty well, and we got it into Dylan. I could trust Dylan with my life, and he got the job done.
It's an unbelievable race. We as a team we were able to PB again. We ran 40.45 for the Carifta games. We were able to run 40.42 now, which is by far been a great job by the team, and I'm very proud of us.
It was a great race. I'm actually new to the team. I ran the third leg. We come in there, I run a fast that time. All the boys ran a great leg, and it was a great race. Everything was good.
Yeah, normal. I'm proud of my team, proud of my boys. They did their job, and I knew, even when I was coming in the last leg, just stick to my race plan, and we did what we had to do, and we still got that in.
Good stuff, gents. Your boys' invitational 4x1 winners, Trinidad and Tobago. James Elscardo, back to you.
All right, good stuff there, Amajal. And you mentioned, one of those kids has some good pedigree running through the bloodlines there, James.
Yeah, Dylan Woodruff, the ankle leg runner. His grandfather, Wendell Motley, won 2 gold, 2 bronze medals in the 400-meter and 4x400 meters at the 1964 Olympics in Tokyo. And, he's got some good pedigree. And certainly he's making a mark for himself here at the regional level, so to speak.
All right, I love the sound of that, and hopefully he'll continue that trend. Looking forward to hearing that name again at some point in time. In the future, he's well on his way to following in Grandpa's footsteps, if you will. Standing by again is Amajal Knowles, who has now the Team Bahamas. Amajal.
The 242 with a third place finish in the boys' invitational 4x1. Boys, just walk me through each of your legs.
I feel my leg was a good start off, but I dropped up mid-race, but it's a blessing that's the reddest jersey, and I finished my race strong. And the others medal, because I know how much it's meant to the team. It's a new team, but we medaled, so I give God thanks for that.
You asked me about my leg? I got my baton from Najee, my starter, took it to Jerry, and the rest is history. I'm happy to go over there and represent for our country, and this bringing it back from how we didn't get a medal at Grenada. I'm happy that we can get a medal there.
The leg felt great. I just knew I had to stay composed, run my leg how I normally would, and I know God would take me for the rest of the way. Hopefully pass it to Ishmael, and then let him take it first.
I felt great running the last leg. I saw my teammates doing well to get me and put me in place for a medal, so I couldn't let them down.
Congratulations, good job, gents. Bronze medalist from the boys' high school invitational 4x1, Team Bahamas. James Elscardo, back to you.
All right, appreciate you a lot, Amajal. Like to hear those young men. Listen, sometimes you got to listen to the boss. So we got a boss lady over here. She's been keeping us on our P's and Q's. Delilah is her name. If you see her run,
especially if your name's Samson.
Yes. If you see her run, I like that. But guys, we've been having a tremendous time here so far, and it has just been fun to watch all these young athletes have their moment. And you heard a number of them talk about the pride they feel of being able to wear the jersey of their countries across their chests, and what it meant to them to be able to do so, and just looking forward to continuing to get better at their craft. And like you mentioned, you saw the young men from Trinidad who stopped by our booth a few short seconds ago. They recognized you, I assume, and just kind of showing you, hey, what's up, James, man? We appreciate you, and we're just happy to be here.
Yeah, certainly. And, I've enjoyed seeing some of the young athletes take part in a meet that is star-studded with some of the top talents in the world, getting an opportunity to run on the same track, in the same stadium, and, warm up with some of these top athletes. It's certainly something that you'll remember for the rest of your lives.
Yeah. We still have a lot more track actions here to come. Right now, I think we have a lull in the pre-events. I think those I'm not sure if they wrap those up. The showdown is done. Okay, good. I just got the word in my ear. So the showdown aspect of it is done, which means that we're just waiting now for the actual events to take place for the World Relay segment of it, which should set up very nicely, I would imagine, because I think we have a lot of questions that that need to be answered, and also, as well, looking forward to seeing who are going to fill those spots. Right, we know the 8 qualifiers, but then they're going to get 14 of the 16 spots have to be decided here. So there's still a lot up for grabs.
Yep,
there's still a lot up for grabs here tonight.
It's not over yet, folks. Okay, whatever happened last night, put that behind you. What's going to happen today, tonight, put it in front of you.
Yes.
Some great things are going to happen, and we're going to get to that shortly, but we got a break coming. You know that thing about wearing the uniform?
Yes.
Buddy, I tried to put on my Carifta uniform, and I almost died. Stupid. You think you can fit this? No. Let's go to a break. We'll be right back.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by Family Guardian Insurance Company, Water and Stewards Corporation, the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, Comfort Suites Paradise Island, Adidas, Bahamas Technical and Vocational Institute, Amplify CMOS, Bahari.
When we say money at work, what are we talking about? With the RF brokerage account, you can enjoy the ease of having all of your securities custodied in one place. You have access to guidance from professional traders with years of industry experience as you buy and sell security. You get access to the widest range of public and private Bahamian investment opportunities in the market, so you can create generational wealth right at home. Money at work means going beyond the typical with real and innovative ways to help more Bahamians create and manage wealth.
Andy, turns out I'm allergic to the Australian veggie spread.
Ooh, thankfully CG will cover you anywhere in the world. Remember when I went to Australia for my title fight? Trust me when I say you do not want to get in the ring with a kangaroo. It wasn't until my victory dinner with the Sultan that I realized top shelf caviar doesn't agree with me. But I was covered. Anyway, I gotta go. I'm teaching your cousin how to use a flamethrower. Woohoo!
Medical cover anywhere in the world. CG Atlantic Medical and Life. Good like that.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
A decade ago, the Bahamas Striping Group of companies was birthed out of a passion to change the way we travel. From only a $5,000 grant, the tenacity and work ethic has propelled BSGC to one of the leading road management companies in the Caribbean. We pride ourselves on going the extra mile where others won't, through the use of our state-of-the-art equipment and our certified team. Although the success is commendable, the road has been long. Yet, the mission continues in striving to be a world-class organization ran by Bahamians for Bahamians. With the help of our experienced and hardworking team, we at the Bahamas Striping Group of companies are committed to making a difference, one road at a time.
In the heart of the Bahamas, our craftsmanship is as strong as our cultural heritage. Embrace the strength of our locally crafted roll-down shutter, fortified against nature's fury with Miami-Dade Hurricane Rating. Our storm panel kits certified to the Florida Building Code. They're designed for wind zones 1 to 3. Just as our shutters and panels embody strength, so does the rhythm of our Junkanoo drum. From expertise to craftsmanship, the spirit of the Bahamas shines through.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed, any moment can be a KFC moment.
That's out. That's 6. That's out.
With cover for your home, motor, medical, life, or pensions in one place. We're like a home match that isn't played at your home. CG Atlantic. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house I'm building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
You guys, Mommy has to get a few spins in, okay?
But, Mommy, I'm hungry.
Just 5 spins, you guys. Just 5 spins, okay, guys? Just need 5 spins.
We better do our homework. It's gonna be a while.
Problem gaming affects more than just the gamer. This message has been brought to you by the Gaming Board for the Bahamas, which encourages you to game responsibly.
Every breath. The BTC World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by BTC.
And welcome back once again. It is showtime. We're still continuing with the action here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Our coverage of the BTC World Athletics Relays here on the ZNS Network. And we are joined in our broadcast booth by none other than Petra Haven, who is all smiles, as you can see. She's the executive director of Bahamas Anti-Doping Commission. And so you've been busy during the course of this weekend.
We have. Well, technically, our job started on Thursday. We did have some pre-competition testing, and now, you know, we do have the competition going on. So we are here, and we are working, and our feet hurt, and our backs hurt. But guess what? We are doing the job of the country.
Yeah, right. Okay. How long has the Anti-Doping Commission been in existence now?
Sure. So we were established in 2010. So if my math serves me correct, that is how many years?
2010 from now, that's 14 years.
There we go. So we've been around for about 14 years.
Don't trust my math, though. I'm not
So yeah, we've been around for about 14 years. We were established in 2010. And, you know, we have a very big task to do, because we don't just test for athletics. We test for all sports. So we are here, we do swimming, we do golf, we do rugby, we do equestrian, everything. So, but track is definitely one of the biggest sports that we test.
Weightlifting.
Yes, weightlifting, bodybuilding, judo, archery.
Commentating.
Yeah, commentating, yes.
We'll report to the booth immediately following the broadcast. So when you go through the whole testing process, obviously, you know, you have the athletes come in. How do you determine, first of all, who gets tested?
So for an international event like this, we work along with our international partners. So they provide us with what is called a test distribution plan, or a testing plan. Some tests are random and some tests are targeted. Each country has what is called a testing pool of athletes that have to be tested throughout the year, or from January to December. And we literally have to make sure that all of those tests are completed by December 31st. our parent company, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency, and they monitor our progress. They make sure we're doing well, and they provide any assistance as needed. But there's usually a testing pool or a plan that's created at the beginning of the event, so you're able to attack all of those persons.
Good stuff. Anything you want to ask, Ricardo?
How do you now get our younger athletes to understand that there's some do's and don'ts?
Yeah.
And they need to be up to speed on the don'ts, because in some cases when they go to meets, they have to go through this process. So do you have seminars for them?
Yes.
Do you take the kids through it?
One, when the commission was created, testing is definitely a major role, but education is also another big role. So it's equally as important. We talk about prevention through education. So what we try to do is we try to talk to the younger athletes, particularly before they go to any event, so that they are able to understand what the process is, they're able to understand what those do's and don'ts are. And then we're also there as a resource. Dominic Lang, who works along with me as a doping control manager, he and I make sure that we hit the ground running throughout the year for different educational sessions. If we're not face-to-face with these athletes, we're on WhatsApp. We have our website, which is available with all of the information. We also have a lot of parents that also reach out to us as well, because, you know, in true Bahamian fashion, no matter how old you are, your parents are always a part of the process, as with most Caribbean countries. So we make sure that in addition to testing, education is equally as important.
Yeah, I was about to ask, because you mentioned the education aspect of it, because sometimes they know you're not supposed to take something, but they don't know why they shouldn't take something.
Yeah, so that's a part of it, because, you know, sometimes you have medication as simple as a cough medicine or a cold medicine that has things in it that are prohibited. So we want to make sure that we provide not only the verbal education, but there is a resource as well on our website called Global Dro, and you're literally able to type in the name of the medication, and it comes up and it tells you if it's prohibited or not prohibited. And it gives you a reason as to why if it is prohibited as well. So that definitely helps. So if we're not there, we provide you with the tools necessary to help you understand if something is prohibited or not.
Very, very essential, because many of these athletes do not want that black eye.
No.
And so they've got to learn that there's some things that you can and cannot do if you go away. And, you know, weather changes, flu season, a whole lot of other things that happen. You need to be very cognizant of what you can and cannot put into your body.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, yes, our job is to test, and yes, our job is to educate, but our job is also to hold these athletes' hands, particularly the junior ones, through their process. So we don't leave you high and dry. We want to make sure that we provide you with literally all of the information that you need. So if it's not the website, if it's not us physically telling you, we do also have pamphlets that we give out. You know, sometimes we come out to events like this and we give out stuff. So our job is not just in doping control. So it's not just in the doping control station. It's literally making sure the athletes know exactly what it is they're supposed to do. Even from, you know, from a supplement standpoint, we always make sure, listen, it's always the food first approach. So don't just pop all of these things and think, okay, yeah, you're going to be good. No, go ahead, try the food first, the fruit first option. And if that doesn't work, go ahead and see a sports nutritionist. And they can guide you on what you need to do to help get you to where you are. Because sometimes, you know, this is where inadvertent doping comes in. And then the unfortunate part of that is there sometimes still is a sanction that comes down from that. Which is, you know, we try to avoid that as much as possible, which is why we provide the education. And that's why education is as equally as important as it is for testing.
For the laymen who out there maybe not sure of exactly what doping entails, why in the first place, why do athletes dope? I mean, some people might want to know that. Why?
So, I mean, you know, there's definitely a multitude of reasons as to why athletes can dope. You have, sometimes there's pressure from coaches. There's pressure from teammates. Sometimes an athlete might have an injury, and, you know, they take something just to feel better in that instance. And then there's other vulnerable moments for athletes as well. For instance, you know, you might be a seasoned athlete. You know, you're always winning. You're always getting first place. Your times are doing good. And then all of a sudden, boom, you know, you're getting past. You went from first to last, or first to third, and you're competing for these Olympic dreams, or for whatever dream it is you have as an athlete. And so those are the moments where we, as a commission, would need to step in to try to help those athletes not dope and get them on a right path. Yeah. So there's definitely a different, and some people just do it because, you know what, I want to win.
Yeah.
Sometimes
win at all costs.
there's no real reason outside of they just want to win at all costs.
Yeah.
What are some of the penalties and sanctions for doping violations?
So sometimes there's financial sanctions. So you can pay out a little bit of money now. I mean, it ain't a little bit, but you can pay some money. And then you also have, you can get 2-year bans, you can get 4-year bans, and sometimes you have a lifetime ban as well, depending on what it is, how many times it's happened. And it's not just from the sport that you were banned from, it's from everything.
Wow.
And then I think what a lot of people don't know or don't understand is, yes, athletes can be banned, but so can athlete support personnel. So coaches can get banned as well, or get suspended or sanctioned as well, and different athlete support personnel as well. So like team doctors. So there's definitely, outside of the athlete, there's definitely other persons that can get suspended as well.
And what do you think what you guys have done have been able to clean up the sport? Has it been successful in your eyes?
I can tell you, since the start of the commission to now, we've definitely made an impact, particularly over the last, say, maybe 10 years. And that's because we've really placed a strong emphasis on education. And then also we placed a very big emphasis on building relationships with the federations as well. Because at the end of the day, we're an organization, but there's also other organizations in sports. And the more people you have that are working along with you, the easier your job is and the better it is for the athletes. So I can tell you, making sure education is a top priority, and then also making sure that we build these relationships with these federations, because we work hand in hand with them. We can't get our job done unless we work with them, and vice versa.
It's a team effort.
So it has to be a team effort. It has to be a symbiotic relationship. And I can tell you too, including parents in the conversation has probably been one of the things that has been a really good factor for us as well. Because I mean, you have a lot of kids that they have some good intelligence. But when you sprinkle in the stuff from the parents, and they get that extra push from the parents, it's even better for us too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine it works that way. So when do you? I assume you disseminate the information, like you said. They have an awareness of what's going on and the supplements, and there's a list that comes out. And so is that fluid? Does it change from year to year? How does that work?
So the prohibited list is produced by the World Anti-Doping Agency, or WADA, which is our parent company. So every October, they release, or they provide the information, but it is only active in January of the following year. And so it is updated annually. So something that was not on the list previously might be on the list next year. So it's always a good idea to check the list. But that Global Dro software that I talked about earlier, about I think 2 minutes ago,
yes,
that tells you per year what is prohibited and not prohibited. But we make sure we put the lists on our website, but then Global Dro is also there. So you literally just click on it, you type in your medication, you type in your sport, because some things are prohibited by sport or based on sport. And it tells you, so it makes it easier, because I can tell you the prohibited list is about 90 to 94 pages.
It's a lot to remember.
Of some chemical substances that most persons won't be able to even pronounce.
Yes.
So Global Dro makes it a whole lot easier. Because Tylenol is not necessarily Tylenol. It has a longer name.
Yes.
And so you have to type in that longer name. And so Global Dro does everything for you.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a great one.
That's a lot. That's a lot to navigate. Yeah.
It is a lot to navigate. But I do have a really good team that works along with me. So I have to make sure I give a good shout out to them as well, because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them.
You would be remiss.
Yeah.
Unable to go back.
And it's also very, very important that the athletes in the islands are also aware of this whole concept.
Oh, yeah.
So that they don't get caught off guard. I think that's also very, very important.
So we actually have a full team in Grand Bahama as well. So we make sure the Northern Bahamas is taken care of as well. And we have goals of expanding into some of the other islands because we do have some really, really good talent coming out of these islands.
Yes.
So we want to make sure that they are equipped with the information as well. But that's why, when COVID came around, you had this digital era of things now. So Zoom is definitely a good friend of ours as well. Yeah.
How difficult is it to remain updated as a doping organization? Of course, we see with hackers, it's difficult to keep track of new methods. We saw blood doping happening with Russians as well.
Yeah.
How, challenging could that be?
It's not necessarily challenging for us because we have partners all over the world. And then we also have different conferences that we attend annually. And when we go to these conferences, we see our counterparts from all over the world. And then on top of that, with the different doping conferences we go to, information is provided. And then they always make sure, like I said, with email is your best friend, particularly when you have worldwide stuff. So I can tell you my inbox probably at least once or twice a week, we get updates on something that's happening. And so that is definitely a very, very good way to keep updated with all the new things that go on. And then I can tell you, WhatsApp is your best friend, particularly when you have persons, like we have our counterparts that are in Canada that help us a lot. We have some in Switzerland, pretty much all over the world.
Yeah.
Because what we do here in the Bahamas, they do in their respective countries.
Right.
So we all stay, you got to talk to each other because something, that we do here in the Bahamas that they might really like and could help them in their country. And it's the same here as well.
Have we seen over time, has there been an increase in doping violations? Is it same?
I can say worldwide, yes, I think there has been an increase worldwide. I will say that our Bahamian athletes have been really good. And I think that has definitely to do with the relationships that we have with the federations. And getting everybody involved. But worldwide, yes, there has been an increase. I'm not sure if it's just now because, media is a big thing, so everyone's really talking about it now, or if it was happening. And people just wasn't really, kind of talking about it.
Right.
But now in this media age, definitely we're seeing a lot because I know most persons are aware of what would have happened. I think they released it about a couple weeks ago with the Chinese, the 23 Chinese swimmers.
Yes.
As well.
Yeah.
So, and these things happen. These things happen, and that's why we're here to try to mitigate that process, to try to make sure that, the athletes that are really training really, really hard, they're not competing against persons that are doping.
Taking shortcuts,
and taking the shortcuts.
Wow. Final thoughts before we let you go.
Thank you guys for having me here. This was fun, and I always like any moment to be able to talk about anti-doping. And hey, go Team Bahamas.
There you go. I love it. All right, Petra Haven. And we'll come back with more. We have a lot more to come as we continue our coverage of these World Athletics Relays right here at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium. Stay with us here on the ZNS Network.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by the Ministry of Tourism, Fidelity Bank Bahamas Limited, Bahamas Striping Group of Companies.
Every breath, we admire you. Every stride, we cheer for you. Every moment, we fly our flag with pride. Because when you run, we run. BTC proudly supports Bahamian sports and athletes and is the title sponsor of the World Athletic Relays 2024. BTC supports the journey of winning, creating an unbeatable mobile experience so you can be unstoppable.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island is the best-kept secret in the Bahamas. Located directly next door to the Atlantis Resort, you'll receive all the privileges of an Atlantis guest with all the benefits of a Comfort Suite stay. Enjoy everything Atlantis has to offer, including Aquaventure Water Park, plus all the amenities of Comfort Suites. Free Wi-Fi, free breakfast daily, and kids stay, play, and eat free. Visit ComfortSuitesPI.com.
That's out. That's six. That's out.
With cover for your home, motor, medical, life, or pensions in one place. We're like a home match that isn't played at your home. CG Atlantic. Good like that.
My turn. Oh, come on, guys.
In the heart of the Bahamas, our craftsmanship is as strong as our cultural heritage. Embrace the strength of our locally crafted roll-down shutter, fortified against nature's fury with Miami-Dade hurricane rating. Our storm panel kits certified to the Florida Building Code. They're designed for wind zones 1 to 3. Just as our shutters and panels embody strength, so does the rhythm of our Junkanoo drum. From expertise to craftsmanship, the spirit of the Bahamas shines through.
What you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house I'm building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
My business couldn't survive without my credit card machine from Fidelity.
It's fast, convenient, and my clients love it.
My sales increase, and I can track my earnings.
Get your credit card machine from Fidelity today.
Call 356-7764.
The World Athletics Relays Bahamas 2024, sponsored by KFC Nassau, CG Atlantic Medical, RF Bank and Trust, J.S. Johnson Insurance Brokers and Agents, Bahama Out Islands Promotion Board, CBS Bahamas.
And a bit of a lull here at Stadium as we are in that middle frame just before we've ended the pre-show stuff, and now we're waiting for the actual start of the World Relays event. But we're still nonetheless having a great time here in these moments, taking the time to kind of laugh and have a few chats. I like Petra there. She was very informative. I hope all you athletes that are all talking about maybe getting some peer pressure to maybe talk about using the performance-enhancing drugs, which has been all the rage these days. A lot of people seem to think it's a good thing, and then some people think, obviously, no, it's unfair. But there's a lot of information out there that's good and that's bad. The internet provides a lot of information. Sometimes it's misleading. So, folks, make sure you know the right stuff, and that's what Petra says there. Their organization's there. They're going to make sure that you know the right things that you need to make sure that you're taking into your system or not taking into your system to provide or prevent yourself from falling into those cracks of poor sportsmanship and competition.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Yes, indeed. So the Bahamas, right now, Bahari Bahamas has launched a new clothing line. You may have seen it walking around as with the design honoring the BTC World Athletics Relays Bahamas 24. They recently made some very top secret special deliveries to some of our VIP athletes, and here's Devin Charlton right now going to, that's Pauline Davis-Thompson actually, and 60-meter hurdles world record holder getting her locked box. Golden Girl Eldis Clark receiving her new Bahari designs, and Pauline Davis-Thompson, two-time Olympic gold medalist, reacted to the Bahari outfits. She watches a replay of that famous 4x400 race for gold. Special Bahari deliveries also being given to Samir Bhatti. He's the BTC Bahamas CEO, and then we have Bodine Johnson, BTC Bahamas spokesperson. And right now, also receiving that special Bahamas Bahari Locks box full of the gorgeous new designs was Dr. Stephen Monroe, Senior Pastor of Believers Embassy International. And of course, we wore our Bahari shirts yesterday, and I love it. I had to put mine in a lock box because people kept trying to take it away from me, so I got it.
That's why they give you the box.
Yes, that's why they give you the box. Right. Keep this thing safe and sound. There's a lot of people that try to get their hands on this. They're going to be going like hotcakes, I understand, and so have been going like hotcakes.
Absolutely.
So the Bahari designers have been doing extremely good stuff, really good. So we've had some Bahari shirts while we were in Exuma. Those are nice,
And you can't miss it. The design is so distinctive that you can see it in the crowd and able to pull it out and know exactly that is a Bahari.
That's a Bahari shirt,
shirt and Bahari brand, and so that works out well. You know, I'm sitting here looking right now out, and I can see the various designs. It's very easily, picked out in terms of the crowd, so it's pretty good.
Yes, indeed. I love it. I hope they keep it up.
There you go. And also, I got to let you know that youth involvement is a very, very important entity in this country. When it comes to this kind of involvement, let me tell you that Fidelity has really said yes to our young people and have made it an important part of their development aspect of what happens in their company. And we had a conversation with Gowan Bowe to tell us exactly why Fidelity has said yes to our young people and why all of us as adults have to pinch hit to make sure our young people get the right guidance.
We are certainly one that is very much around development, national development, and one of our key planks is youth development. And what better way to develop youth than in sporting events? So whilst the broadcast may be one of the first that we're proud to do, we've certainly been a part of high school athletics here in New Providence, PAISS, in Grand Bahama with the Grand Bahama Secondary Schools Association. We've done it with swimming. We've done it with various golf events. Some of the track and field clubs, we have sponsored those throughout the years. So when we look at how do we put our youth in productive activities, sport is one of them. It is not always, I'm going to say, an affordable initiative, because whilst a young individual may have tremendous talent, we think about just the gear, the cleats, or the pole vault, or the javelin stick. You know, these are things that require funding, that require support. And whilst we don't get necessarily into the individual purchasing of items, when we are able to provide the showcase for these young individuals, is one that we certainly are proud to be a part of. And so when we look at IAAF, this is really just an extension. By that I mean, we have our young Bahamian athletes that will be taking the stage. This is their opportunity to showcase their talents, but more importantly, for particularly the younger ones, an opportunity to get into their schooling, to look at scholarship opportunities, to also look at professional athletic opportunities. And so from that perspective, ensuring that it gets out to the masses is one of our critical objectives. And wherever we're able to support that, we certainly will be.
All right, so good to see again corporate citizens, man, doing their part and just continuing to make an impact on what's going on locally.
That really said a lot, and right then and there, my heart goes out to a lot of the kids, especially in Grand Bahama, sitting on the corner, asking for $1 and having the water bottles and all the other kinds of stuff. You know, we've got to get away from that. It hurts to see our kids have to go through that to go and represent this country. But here is a company like Fidelity and others that are saying we're going to do what we can. It's a step in the right direction to make that happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, what I love about it as well is that, you know, while you know, like you say, you see kids with the sponsor sheets and all the other stuff, that is a good part of earning your way through, but I think it has got to extremes to where those kids became the only way they were able to travel, and that's never necessarily a good thing. And so just so happy now that we're seeing more of these corporate citizens now deciding to step up and do their part. Because, you know, they're benefiting as well. And so just to see the young kids now getting their opportunities based on on just being able to concentrate on their training aspect rather than having to figure out, we do all this training, how are we going to get there?
Okay. Are you guys feeling the pinch down there in Trinidad as well?
Yeah, so I think it's a Caribbean-wide issue that we are dealing with. Of course, kids coming from many underprivileged areas, and it's well known in sport that many kids that do come from these areas produce some of the best performances in terms of on track, because of course necessity. It's a trait that drives a level of determination that sometimes kids from better prepared areas, so to speak, there isn't a similar quality, you know. But it's always good when corporate social responsibility happens, where corporations go down into these communities and give these kids opportunities, because sometimes that's the only thing missing, the only ingredient missing is opportunity.
Yes,
and
yes.
I'm always happy to see when corporate partners like BTC do that, reach down, get down into the trenches really, and offer the opportunities. And you know, we've got lots of diamonds coming through because of that.
Yes, indeed. We're going to take a programming break here. It's time for our newscast here on the ZNS Network. We'll return at the end of that, so be sure you stay right here locked in. We'll have more coverage of the BTC World Relays in just a few.